Hello and welcome back to Atlantis City in Cities Skylines. This area here is the last area that we work on, and we start building the oil industry down here next to the river and the forestry up here. The thing is, if you look at the needs for the city, you can see that we have a pretty high demand for industry and office and medium demand for commercial. If we look at this option here, population, we can see how many people we have in the city, which is the same number as this one, but we can also see how many people are employed and how many jobs available we have. So that basically means that we still need a lot more jobs. So yeah, there is always a little difference between these numbers. So it's not always 100% of the jobs available they are taken, because like people die, people retire, and people change jobs, and that's to accommodate that. But we still like have quite a lot of people that could be employed, and we have people that wouldn't work. Like 6% of our population are children and 13% are teens. So young adults, they are our working population, and this is what we should be aiming for. But that translates into the no demand for residential zone down here, and this is what we are looking at today. And the thing that I think we should do is basically look into what's this telling me? Not enough buyers for products. Yeah, mainly because we are pretty far away from everything. We do have the cargo airport here, but still I feel like we should start preparing for bringing goods into the city somewhere, because this would be really needed. So then I think this will be one thing that I'll take a look today, looking at cargo transportation, maybe building a new cargo line here, bringing that somewhere. I don't know yet, but we'll get into that. But then adding a lot more buildings and growing this industry, both forestry and the oil. I'm calling this Oil Square and Forestry Hills, basically using the suggested names and just changing that slightly. But I want to grow this and make sure that we have the products that we need for this factory up here, which is paper and plastic. So without any further ado, let's work on that and enjoy the music.
Now so amazing, amazing. I could stare into your eyes for hours and hours. Everything is kinda hazy. We're just dancing in the dark in the flashing lights. I know you can't hear what I'm saying, saying. So I'm just gonna hold you closer. You take me higher when we're together. It feels like you set my whole world on fire. I know I want you, I know I need you here. You're Robin, I want tonight. You know you make me feel so alive. I wanna stay with you, never say goodbye. It's like we're in paradise, like we're in paradise. You're Robin, I want tonight. You know you make me feel so alive. I wanna stay with you, never say goodbye. It's like we're in paradise, like we're in paradise, yeah. I don't know how you do it to me, but you make me wanna fly. I'm not coming down. Maybe it's the way you move, babe, move, babe. You've got that body and that smile, make my head spin round. I'll hold you close to me. You're all I want, so stay right here with me. This feels like paradise. You take me higher when we're together. It feels like you set my whole world on fire. I know I want you, I know I need you here. You're Robin, I want tonight. You know you make me feel so alive. I wanna stay with you, never say goodbye. It's like we're in paradise, like we're in paradise. You're Robin, I want tonight. You know you make me feel so alive. I wanna stay with you, never say goodbye.
Our industry is growing quite a lot, and I'm pretty happy with the results so far. I think I will still add a few more buildings, especially because we have the specialization industry in here for oil and in here for forestry. Although for the forestry we don't have much space left, but for the oil we are already 5-star and we have plenty of space. So if we want to, as you can see, we still have demand for industry, we can start adding some of those buildings in here. But before I do any of that, I want to see if everything is well balanced, if we are getting enough material and enough of everything in this area, so we can produce enough plastic and then send that to our factory. Now this building here is complaining about the criminality, but we do have a police station just around here. I wonder if this is because of the location of the building. I'll try to change it and see if that makes any difference. There we go. And then the police just went there. I'll move it back. I don't know if it's just a matter of, I don't know, maybe a bug or something like that. But we'll keep an eye on this and see how that goes. Now, we are producing plastic, we are producing petroleum. This area is profitable. Just this area is $18,000 profitable. And a lot of research being produced, a lot of workers, 1,000 workers in here. We have capacity for 1,300, a lot of efficiency, a lot less pollution, I should say. And yeah, not doing any of those things in here. And for the forestry, we are still level 3, but we are growing. We just need to get more workers in here. We just got a few more. I should be able to add a few more buildings in here, but I do at other time. I don't think that's something that we need to rush. I'm getting what I need from here, which is paper. There we go. I've also added a paper warehouse in here. And the reason I did that is because, well, let's go for cargo transportation. We do have the airport that we built in the last episode. And now I do have this cargo train. I left a connection in here because I want to connect this into this main train line in there, but we don't own that tile. But I want to make sure that we remember that when we get there. Now, I was thinking to make a tunnel through this mountain here, but I thought about it and I said, we do have the airport at the top, and it will probably be much cheaper to just add a bridge around the mountain instead of through the mountain. If you see on the speed build, I start putting the train station in here and then I change it there, and I think that works much better and that was a lot cheaper to build as well. So just going around here, and then we did do some landscaping in there to make this a nice transition. I've added this station in here, which looking at that might be challenging at the moment because there's a lot of trucks trying to get into the main road there. We might have to take a look at that. We might do an asymmetric road in here. Let's take a quick look at that. We do have an asymmetric road in there. Alright, probably it's just a matter of finding the opportunity to get in the road. So maybe traffic lights in here could be what we use. Yeah, you know what? Let's add a timed traffic light in here and see how that goes. I'll leave that for a second and then we will be back there soon. But then this train station or train line will go through the mountain. Now in here there wasn't making sense to try to go around the mountain, so I've added this tunnel and we stop here at our industry area. Also added this new tunnel entrance in here just to see how this was gonna look, and I like it, so I left it there. So for this area, that's good because then trucks will be able to provide material that we need for here, which is basically paper and plastic, which comes from our new area. And as you can see, struggle now is actually well, I was about to say animal products and flour, but it seems that this is being good now. One of the issues that we had is that the warehouse for flour and for animal products around here, they were set to empty, so I set to fill so we could get a little bit more. But it seems like we need more flour. That's something that we might add here. Probably seems that we might need more crops. This is starting to get very busy in here. Enabling this industry, we start to get a lot of traffic in this area. So we might have to take a look at that in one of our next episodes. But as you can see, our food factory is now working. It's producing 14,000. It's costing us 3,000, so 11,000 more or less. And then that's pretty good, I guess. So going back, following our train line here, this is our oil industry, this is our forestry industry, and they are working quite well. These train stations, they are bringing a lot of people now, 86 people per week. And the other one, I think, there we go, 32 people per week, and this is bringing a lot of the workers to these areas, which is quite nice because if you can see here, there is a lot of pedestrians walking all around. And I also had this pathway here. This is the zoo pathway. No, that's the nature reserve pathway. And I thought this works pretty well in here. I was thinking, well, you usually wouldn't have like a path connecting these areas, but people would probably just walk through there. Like that, there are no fences in here, so they would just make their way through here and make it shorter for them. So, and I like just a path like that was much nicer in this area. So yeah, in here added some warehouse, one for plastic, one for petroleum. Although I think we're not exporting petroleum using the train station here. We are using the cargo airport because this one hasn't any outside connection yet. But I thought important to have this here because as soon as we hook this up, then we'll have a way for this to get out, and this would be pretty good. I just saw police coming in here and getting criminals. So yeah, that's good. That's working. We have a lot of production for oil and petroleum. These are the barracks. This is where we produce plastic. There is another one. This one, yeah, the naphtha cracker plant. We also produce plastic, 12,000 producing here, which is double of those, but yeah, more or less the same space. I've added one sneaky oil pump in here because I think it worked quite well in there, to be honest, so I like it. Also keep an eye on this. This is the busiest junction in this area. Looking at traffic, our traffic is getting, well, 83% is pretty good, but especially in this area, we don't have any issues. But yeah, this area here is a problematic area and we might have to take a look at that. But all in all, traffic is going pretty well. And let's just take a look at how much money we are making. If we look at this, industry in general, we are getting $70,000 and spending 43, so 30,000. But if we look at industry and we look at this warehouse and unique factories, which is that food factory that we have just enabled, we are making a profit of 20,000. So basically all our profits, it's all from this factory. And that's pretty cool. Like this factory is just keeping the whole city up and running. And as we add more factories, we get more possibilities to add like some taxation, not taxation, but city policies. That's what I was looking for. And making things like more nicer, for example, recycling, which I might do it, by the way, for the whole city. And we can do education boost if we want. We can do free public transport, which by the way, I've done in the previous city and worked pretty well, but I just feel like we haven't got to that point in here. I didn't want to go straight from the beginning with free public transportation. But anyway, we can recycle plastic, which I will also do. And we can do free Wi-Fi and things like that, but not now. Look at how much money we are getting. That's pretty cool. But this will enable us to do more and more of that stuff, make this thing, the city greener. And yeah, I'm happy with how it's working and how it's looking. So I've added another incinerator in this area because, well, this is far from everything, no easy connection to the outside world except from this highway here going through there or going all the way here. And I actually don't remember where is our garbage collection from the other side. Yeah, we have it in here, which they have to go through here. And we have another one in there, which is industry as well. And so, yeah, so we now have one close by except for this area. So we might need to do something about that later on, but that's not for this episode. That's for the next one. For now, I'm quite happy with what we have now. And our factory is finally up and running. So if we look at this, I really like this area. I don't know why, but I like it. It's just factories, but this looks good and I enjoy it. So I hope you enjoy it as well, because this was pretty fun for me to build this new industry area. I'm happy with the results so far. And leave me some comments if you see something that I might have missed or that I did wrong, that doesn't make much sense, or that you want to see. Leave me a comment, leave a like, consider joining in the Discord server, the link is in the description, and consider joining our channel by subscribing so you can see what comes next. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!